Good morning. Hi. How are you? That is it. Come on, show me that tongue. Come on. Here we go. Roar. Morning, everybody. How are we today? So the time here is about 7:37. When I say about, it's exactly 7:37 because I looked at the at my phone before I started filming this. I actually went to the gym this morning and then changed my mind. So I had flu over the weekend. Today's Tuesday. I had on Friday night, Friday night, the worst fever ever, and you know, you get all sweaty and gross. And then the last sort of 3 days I've just been on the sofa recovering, and then today I woke up, I was like, right, I'm gonna go to the gym, and I got all the way to the gym and then thought, you know what, I don't really want to push my luck, I still don't feel 100%, so just turned around and came back home. So actually I've got quite a big day today, but now I'm slightly ahead of schedule, so what I am going to do is stretch, because I might have told you this recently. I had an impingement in my shoulder, which basically means I had reduced movement in my shoulder and quite a lot of pain when I was doing things. Nothing too major, but it was irritating. And I've always got little niggles. Like I had a bad knee, I had a bad shoulder, I pulled a muscle in my back not long ago, and mostly the reason is because I'm just too tight. I do a lot of training, so I do a lot of weight stuff, so I'm always constricting my muscles, but I never then rebalancing them. So I'm going to spend like 20 minutes just having a good old stretch and trying to restore some balance to my body, I suppose. So I'm going to do it right here. You're going to have to ignore Tanya's suitcase on the floor. We're going on holiday tomorrow, which is nice. We're going to Mexico. So she's already packed, and I am not, and I've got a really busy day. I feel like I'm going to be packing tonight at like midnight, because I'm kind of on the road, but I will keep you updated with the day as we go. For now, let's stretch. Hi down there, so you're on the floor. This is a really weird angle to shoot from. I can see myself in the screen. Oh, here comes the dog. Where are you going, dog? Look at the dog from underneath. Da, 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 there she is. So my main culprit is all of my posterior chain, so my hamstrings, my glutes, my back, and actually my calves too. So what I'm doing to start with is like a forward fold, so I've just got my feet together and I'm just bending towards you. And I should be able to touch the floor, and as you can see, I'm nowhere near because I'm not very flexible. Oh God, that's tight. I'm just gonna hold this for a few seconds and do some breaths and then do some more stretches afterwards. I can't even turn you off because I can't reach the button. Come on, Jim, you can do this. This one here is called a pigeon stretch, and it's kind of for your glute here. Now what I'm supposed to do is have my kind of leg at 90 degrees. In fact, I'll do it with the other one so I can show you. It's supposed to be at 90 degrees, so that foot's supposed to be up here somewhere, and you lean into it, but my foot will not go there because it's just too tight. So it goes down there, and I'm going to stretch into it, and then maybe one day I'll be able to get my foot higher. Ooh, ooh, that's a stretch. Blimey. Also, look at the state of my back. My back's supposed to be more like this, not all like that. This is my most favourite stretch. It stretches your hip flexor, which runs from here somewhere up here, and it just feels really satisfying when you get it right. I'm not quite as tight here as I am everywhere else because I think I stretch this one most because it's a really nice stretch. This morning though, I do feel quite tight right here. And then, while we're on the subject of hips, I don't know what this is called, but it's tight on my hips, and I can feel it releasing them sort of right in this area. Ooh, this is unpleasant though, this one, I have to say. Ooh. About 25 minutes later, and I have finished. I did do much more than just what I showed you on video, but I figured that it's the beginning of my video, and I don't know how much of me getting into weird positions you can take this early in the video, so I didn't film everything, but I did open up my chest a bit, did some shoulders, did some of my back, a bit more on my hamstrings. I can touch my toes now. You know, it's first thing in the morning I'm super stiff, but you do loosen up a bit. And now, do you know what, I just feel better, so that's good. I'm gonna have a quick snack, not breakfast, because I've got a breakfast meeting, so I'm gonna have a quick snack and then get in the shower and go. In other news, what you're seeing out there in my back garden is sewage, which is nice. So this has happened once before in this house, and in fact, if you read my book, you will know this. It happened when my stepdad passed away. I was at home in Norwich with him, got back home where I live here in London to see that my back garden was pretty deep, and this is nothing, what you're seeing now is nothing, but my entire back garden was pretty deep in my neighbour's poo, basically. But do you know what? Nothing puts it in perspective like losing a loved one. You know, you come home to some poo floating in your back garden, you think, you know what, things could be worse, and it got fixed. I think basically it's building work going on behind this wall here, and I think maybe it's disturbed the system or something, and it's all getting confused again. So plumber's coming today to sort it out, and it'll all get disinfected. It does mean the dog can't go out there yet, because obviously she can't go out in sewage. That's just unhygienic. But it'll get sorted today, so it's not the end of the world, and we've nipped it in the bud. I think last time it happened, because Brian was in the hospital for a while and I was backwards and forwards quite a lot, spending a lot of time back home in Norwich, that it was happening, and I totally missed it. So by the time I got home, it had really risen. This time we were like, oh god, the garden smells funny, and it looked a bit weird. So yeah, we've nipped it in the bud, and we're going to get it fixed quite early on, because, you know, it could get quite nasty. I've washed, I've showered, I'm clean, I'm about to head to my meeting. Before I do, let me show you my outfit. I'm wearing this really lovely jumper. This is new to me, this jumper. It came yesterday. It came from a brand called A Day's March, which actually I'd never heard of until they got in touch with me and sort of said, do you want to pick something from the website? And the website's really lovely. It's kind of like, it's kind of basics, but with slight twists. And here we have a kind of a camel-y, grey camel cashmere jumper. It just fits really nice, and it's so soft and really warm. And I've tucked it into these trousers here. These are from Burberry, and as you can see, they are tartan. And then the shoes are just actually basic brown derbies by, where are they from? Russell & Bromley. I've actually had these for about 4 years. And then I've got this jacket here, which I've shown you before. This is from Marks & Spencer's. And it's kind of like slightly, not quilted, maybe padded or something, but it's actually really warm for like a blouson type shape. And it's grey, so it goes well with everything. And it's kind of, as you can see, kind of speckled. That is today's ensemble. I've come to the office before my meeting, and I've got Monopoly in my PO box, but not only Monopoly. This Monopoly has two of my favourite animals of all time, a penguin and a dinosaur. That's just made me really happy. I have to play Monopoly right now and be either the dinosaur or the penguin. Okay, I've had my brunch meeting, and now I'm outside the London College of Fashion. So, you may remember, maybe 3 weeks ago, I launched the competition for NCS's 2018 official t-shirt. Basically, I got NCS graduates who were interested to get designing and get their entries in. And I, along with a few other people, were a panel of judges who kind of basically narrowed it down. We've narrowed it down to 2 people, and the designs are really, really cool. Those 2 people are in that building right now, and I'm going to go in there with them and have a bit of a design session and see if we can sort of hone some ideas and stuff. And then at that point, you guys get to vote who is the winner. Now, what the winner gets, I think, is a really cool opportunity. Firstly, they get to say that they've designed the official t-shirt for 2018 for NCS, which is very cool. But also, they get a short course at the College of Fashion. Now, if you are into fashion, if you're an up-and-coming designer, if you want to somehow break into the industry, that's a really cool thing, because you get to meet a bunch of influential people, you get to meet a bunch of creative people, you get some ideas, yeah, and also you also kind of get to sort of to learn a lot of things that you wouldn't learn otherwise. It's quite a hard course to get into, so to get it for free, well, not for free, because you've worked for it by showing that you know how to design, but to get that's really amazing. And also, to be able to say on your CV that you designed the 2018 t-shirt for NCS is also a really, really cool thing. So it does open a lot of doors for you. So for the people who are, the 2 people who are in there now, about to go in and have a chat and see if we can maybe hone some ideas and stuff, but yeah, I think I hope they're excited. I think it's a really cool thing. So going in there now, and I'll say hi to them. I actually have no idea who they are, because the voting was the judging that I did was totally anonymous. So I have no idea who the entries are. So I guess I'll go meet them. I hope they're nice. I've been in there 5 minutes. It's super interesting already. So we've got our 2 finalists called Yuhan and Manuel, and their entries are, because I didn't know which entries they were, because obviously I put my votes in, and so did the other judges, but I didn't know what had won, and they're up on the screen in there. But we've got Rob in there, who you might be able to see behind me in there, and he works here at LCF, but he also is an artist, and he's worked for like the brands like McQueen, and he's an absolute genius, and it's getting really technical already. And we're talking about kind of pattern cutting, and it's the technical stuff that I don't know. I know a lot about fashion, but I don't know how to make clothes, and this guy does, and he's getting really into it already. We've been in 5 minutes, and it's super fascinating. So one of the designs, I'll show you in a minute, has like a pattern sort of running all the way down. But obviously when you get to a seam, you have to think about sewing those 2 bits together, making them meet perfectly, which apparently can produce a lot of waste, it would be very expensive. So we just think about ways around these problems. But it's super interesting. I'll go through now, but I won't say much because they're in the swing of things.
Since everything's focusing on that, which also means you have to think about colour, because of course the prints in your colour that you've added into those t-shirts, if you were to stick with those colours, of course colours are always, let's say, quite expensive.
So here on Instagram we have the 2 finalists. We have Yuhan's here, which is actually very cool. It's very sort of Vedmont type style, where kind of got the drop raglan shoulder. But this is the one where we're going to have issues with the pattern sort of coming together, sort of from that seam right there. So we're going to maybe try and rework that a bit. And this one is Manuel's here, which is super clean actually. And what we might try and do is, I really like it the way it is. We might try and fiddle around with it, maybe make it bigger, smaller, change things around a bit, but just kind of have a real fiddle. Here we have some of the things that Rob was drawing earlier. So for example, this is sort of a really rough idea of what we could do with Manuel. So you could have the N here, and then the C and the S, and then the writing in the middle, so take up the whole t-shirt, or we could make it, it's loads of options. And this here is like the pattern of a t-shirt. So I think when you think of a t-shirt, you kind of just think it's like a square for the body with a hole cut in, and then 2 arms. But actually, that is kind of the pattern for the main bit. That's where your head goes, that's the front, and that's the back, and then you've got 2 armholes here, and then you also have a big bit of fabric. So there is much more to it than you might think. And then over here, guys, do you mind if I come and put my camera in over here?
Yeah.
So this is Manuel. You are our first victim here. And nice. Fontini, is that right?
Fontini.
Nice to meet you. And you're a graduate from here, right?
I graduated in 2016.
Okay, and I've just seen some of your work, both yours and Daniel's work too, on the screen. It was really amazing. You graduated in 2016 and Daniel in 2014, right? Okay, cool. So they've been paired up with the finalists that I think best suit their skills. So Daniel's quite into sort of, I guess, the mechanics and the construct of things, so trying to work out the whole seam issue with Yuhan, and here we're working on some sort of colour and design type thing. Freehand to start with, and then what's really interesting actually is that a lot of stuff now is done sort of digitally, but what we're going to do is draw it kind of old school and sort of quite slow and quite more like luxury fashion, where things are done by hand and then literally photocopied and enlarged, and then at the end it all gets sort of into a digital thing. But it's really interesting. So I've been asked to model. I'm not sure what I'm modelling, but Rob just came in and went, "Do you want to model?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." So I'm now taking my t-shirt, putting this one on. And,
you can just leave that on.
Oh, I can? Okay, it's not being like drawn on or like cut to shreds or nipple holes or anything.
Would you?
I'm into anything. I'm open to ideas. So it turns out I wasn't wanted for my looks, it's just because I was wearing a white t-shirt. But basically we did 3 photos, one straight on, one to the side and one off the back, just so we've got like a clean, plain white t-shirt to then like sort of stick things on digitally. That was for Yuhan. Manuel's gone outside to do like a, I think he's drawing and then photocopying and enlarging and stuff. So I think actually there's already been a bit of, different techniques. What I think is really cool actually, so for example, this one here, the black one, you see how it's kind of gradient in colour. What they might do is print it onto sort of foil or mirrored something, so that in real life it kind of, it looks like that would look in your head, if that makes sense. Very technical here, I like it. Yeah, this is really cool. Look. So this is what photography has now been cut out and sort of pinned all over it.
This line is not that nice. You see,
and then around the side here, we have sort of an updated logo with the NC and the F and the hashtag sign, which is like the symbol. Very cool. And that is a wrap, everybody. So obviously we haven't got anything to show you yet because they've been sort of tinkering with ideas and nothing's concrete. So the guys now have the rest of today and all of tomorrow to finalise things and get those ideas submitted, at which point voting opens. Actually, voting opens today as soon as this video goes live. So today's the 23rd of November 2017. You've got until the 26th, so up until Sunday, to vote, and on Monday the 27th the winner is announced. Please do vote. This is a really good opportunity for the guy who wins. They get to have the kudos of having their t-shirt be the one, but also get a course here, which is a really good opportunity to meet people and progress. To vote, what you have to do is go on to the NCS Instagram page and double tap the one you like. Don't do both because obviously you can't vote for both, so vote for the one you like. Link down there. Support them, be good, do it. It turns out we were in there for ages. It was supposed to be like a 2-hour thing, and I think we were in there for like 4 hours or something. It's actually quite late now, so I'm hungry. Just hit me. Like when you're kind of working and you're sort of in the zone, you don't really think about that. As soon as I walked out, I was like, I'm starving. So I'm now going to a place called Shoreditch House, which is not far from here, but there's great food. I'm not filming there though, so I think I'm going to end this video here, walking there now, going to get something to eat, and I've got an event to go to this evening, and then I have to pack because I fly to Mexico first thing in the morning, so I have to end this video so I can actually get editing and stuff. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and please do vote for your favourite t-shirt, because like I said a few times, it's a really good opportunity for those guys. I'll see you soon, bye!